Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sandbox Wednesday stream. I'm Alex Flores, aka the Coughing Kamisazi, joined here in voice, mind, body, and soul by Lucas is right. How you doing, Lucas?
I am happy to be back.
Me too.
I feel like it's been forever since we streamed together, and that made my soul sad.
It does feel like it's been forever. I'm like, how do we do this anymore? It's been
What
a while
buttons
since
do I
I've been
push?
gone for 2 weeks. Yeah.
What do I do with my hands?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Well, to kind of catch up, I've had a weird lung cough. Gonna have a cough drop in my mouth all the stream. Don't mind that. But I'm mostly better, and I'm tired of not streaming, so we're streaming. We are behind on doing the Care Bears End of Year Game Jam Awards because I've been sick. We are gonna be doing that Saturday. Unfortunately, Lucas is
I will not be here.
Gonna have a thing going on, and hopefully Panda will be able to make it. Panda's using Starlink because Panda just moved, which is why Panda couldn't do the stream. It's like if I can't do the awards ceremony, then like Panda will do the awards ceremony. But Panda was in the middle of moving, so she couldn't do the awards ceremony, and she still doesn't have actual internet in her house. She's using Starlink right now, which is like okay, but it has some latency issues, and yeah. So maybe Panda will be here in voice, if not mind, body, and soul on Saturday, or maybe V or Cody or somebody else will join me. We will see exactly what happens for Saturday. But I've had the videos ready for weeks now, and I'm so pumped to show them. I even made a first place winner video, which I don't normally do. And I'm feeling like in the future, I'm going to always make a first place winner video because I'm really happy with the way this one turned out. And I also feel like while the fun of doing the first place video is getting to like, or playing first place is, that's the fun part, is getting to play first place on stream, which we'll still probably do. It's just when the stream is over, everybody else, well, the third and second place have videos that I produced for them, which is basically a trailer they can use for their game page if they want to.
Love it.
And first place is like, hi, I won. But they could take a clip of us playing the game and put that up. I guess that would be cool to
Absolutely.
do too. But they're missing out on having like me put a nice thing together for them. So we're doing that. Hey, thanks for the raid, Meta Futura, and everybody else that's with you there. Welcome. So as I was saying, Saturday we should be doing the Game Jam Award ceremony. Really excited to show those winners. And then we will continue on with the series that we're continuing today, with speed building 9 games in 10 days. Not 10 exact days, like 10 streams. And who knows, it may be more than 10. Thanks for the subscription, Nedic, I think. So yeah, I was gonna have this up and live, but with me being sick and then having other things to catch up on because I was sick, I just didn't get as much of this done after the stream as I meant to. So we're actually gonna finish this up today. There's still a good amount of stuff to do, but I want to show you some cool stuff I did.
I'm about to say, it looks like you did a lot while we were gone.
This is just one room, but it a lot happened in this room. So
there you go. This is 100% of what I was talking about right now, so you're spot on.
So what we did on the first stream of this series is the goal of this series, in case you weren't here for last time, is I've got a 3x3 plot of 1x1s, and I want to make 9 games to fill it up. And conveniently, there's 8 Wizzies, so I can do the whole perimeter of this 3x3 with all 8 edge pieces having a featured wizard, and then we'll do a central hub connecting all of them. And the idea is that we use just the templates in the game maker to start these, and we'll make modifications to make them make them our own, make them unique, make them something interesting that somebody hasn't seen in another place. But we're using this to try to make an experience in just a few hours and fill up our space so that way people can start enjoying it. And of course, we can always go back later, make changes. That's probably my favorite feature of the Sandbox as a platform, and it has been for a long time, is that if you want to republish your game to the gallery or update your land, it's basically instant. You hit save, you hit publish, and it pushes the change to the server as long as everything's up and running correctly. People can start playing your updated game right away. And there's very few game creation platforms that allow that speed of update. I mean, a Minecraft server or whatever, yeah, you can do that. But this is if you compare this to like launching an iOS app or a game on Steam or something, there's like a whole bunch more hoops to jump through for stuff. So it's very cool that we get to publish this way in such a seamless, quick fashion. Only takes a couple minutes to deploy an update. So, excuse me. What we did on the first stream is we grabbed this spaceship template, which doesn't look like much of a spaceship on the outside, but the inside looks pretty spacey.
Pretty awesome.
If I can get inside, there we go. We found out that there's like a whole invaded spiders section over here. It's kind of spooky. We're not going to do much with that right now.
Aliens vibe.
Yeah. We may do something with that later. I think we're just going to kind of like allude to it. We have to find these eggplants so that way Wizard the Purple can feed the spiders and they'll leave us alone. But the main thing I want to do is I wanted to add some galleries. I was talking to Panda.
Without me? How dare you?
She works directly for me, so I talk to her like almost every day.
Unacceptable.
So I was talking to Panda. I'm pretty sure it was Panda about what the Game Maker. It was Panda. What the Game Maker Fund was initially when it was first launched in the start of 2020.
Okay.
And at that point, there was not a Game Maker version that anybody could use. There was this kind of wonky Java Game Maker thing that basically was like Minecraft, where you could like place blocks and break blocks, and then you could place voxel assets that the Creator Fund creators had made, the Creator Fund artists had made, and that was never a public release, and it was weird. It was very much like Ugly Duckling.
Okay.
Hey, Hoddle's rating also. Everybody's rating us. This is so much fun.
It's quite
Thank
wonderful.
Welcome. So at that point, there was no behavior logic. There was no game logic. It was just assets in a voxel space, and that was it. We couldn't even. I don't think we even had animations in VoxEdit yet, if I remember correctly.
These were the dark days.
It was a long time ago. So what the Game Maker Fund was asking for was for us to make like dioramas. Like if you've seen crypto voxels, it's kind of like that. Just a architectural space that you could showcase artwork in. That was kind of what the concept was for the Game Maker Fund at that point. Or at least if people had different ideas. Like I had an actual game idea. I know some of the people that I worked with had game with game logic ideas, but the recognition was like the tool is not there yet. So if we're going to do something Game Maker Fun, let's do something like this. And I don't think I ever really saw any of those come to fruition, but as I see all the features we have now and what the templates are, I feel like dioramas is like a good place to start if you don't know what to do with game logic. And I'm sure there's plenty of landowners who are like,
don't know.
Ooh, they need to learn. you know, they are like interested in the space and they want to make something, but they don't know how to make you know, a successful parkour course, or they don't know how to do like quests and rules and objectives and collectibles and or even advanced stuff like doing capture the flag or Bomberman, like we've been talking about doing. I think Crafter has been starting to approach those ideas. I know Crafter's going through like the basics of Game Maker and getting everybody kind of warmed up with that stuff. So definitely check out Crafter streams here on the official Sandbox channel. So the idea with this is like we will put in some quests, some really simple stuff. But the main thing is that we're doing kind of galleries and filling out a space that's sort of pre-set up for us, but we're making it interesting. So what I've got going on here is the artifact collection that I have. And we're going to make each of these sets of doors open up into gallery areas, and that's going to be the main thing to do here, as well as finding some eggplants and keeping the spiders from eating everybody,
and keeping the spiders from eating all the eggplants as well.
Well, I mean, we're feeding them specific eggplants.
You're feeding the spiders eggplants?
Yeah, that's why we got to gather the eggplants.
I know how this ends.
don't feed the spiders eggplants before midnight or something like that.
Before midnight, after midnight, basically any time at all, period.
Was there anything to do with midnight with gremlins?
Yeah, there was. It was you don't feed them after midnight.
Oh, okay.
No matter how much they beg or how much they plead, no matter what you do, don't feed them after midnight. Don't get them wet.
Okay. Yeah, I think I mentioned this before, that the only time I've ever watched Gremlins, I fell asleep. Maybe before the halfway point of the movie. And it was like, oh, these cute fluffy things, maybe some like ominous hints towards things. I fall asleep, I wake up, and it's like the apocalypse. And I was just like, what was the heck? Was it 1 or 2? It would have been the first one.
Okay, because number 2 was even more chaotic than the first one.
I've seen the Key and Peele sketch about Gremlins too, which is
I adore them. Also. They are wonderful.
So on the first stream, we started building that gallery section. We put in the purple. We did some adjustments to like lighting and stuff. We added in teleporters, which was a request from the chat. How do the teleporters work? So we showed that. You can go watch the VOD of the first episode of this series, and our teleporters work great. They will take us back and forth between these pads here. So we got 1 to 2 and 3 to 4 there. And what I set up today is some automatic doors. And let me turn the volume, because they make noise when they open and close.
What kind of noise?
Just a little clicky noise. So they stay open for 5 seconds. They work, go in both directions. And should you linger and they close, and you're like, oh no, it won't let me in, you can still interact with them and they will still open.
Okay, so still pushing E will pop that bad boy open.
Yeah, but I decided not to have the interaction because they work pretty much seamlessly when you run up to them. I think the only situation where you would find it closing in your face is if somebody had run in before you and you timed it just right to where you ran in as it was closing. And it was like, you missed it. In which case, you can interact with it. If you've played any other Sandbox game and had to open the doors with E, that should feel pretty intuitive. And even if you haven't, as you... 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you run away... Well, okay, they won't open as you run away. But... it feels nice and seamless to me.
I feel like it feels seamless too. And I'm not just saying that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show how we set that up, and then I figured out the NFT frame.
I can see that, and they look beautiful.
I mean, I didn't I okay, good. Right.
Huh?
No, never mind. I was just messing with my audio settings there.
Gotcha.
So we had the NFT frames working fine, but the problem was that when we went to examine them, nothing would pop up like this in multiplayer. And I couldn't figure out what was going wrong. It seems that there might actually be a bug related to that, or maybe like a feature oversight. But I figured out what we can do in the meantime. Basically, we have to interact directly with the frame. There was no way that I could figure out, or with some other staff looking into it, we could figure out a way to interact with a side object like this museum panel and have it activate the NFT frame. It just didn't work. But now we can interact with these, and sometimes they're really slow to pop up. They do pop up, but I have noticed that sometimes, I don't know if it's like a loading issue or what, sometimes I'll go up to these and they're being pretty responsive now. But when I first went to interact with them, it was sometimes taking like a good 10-15 seconds for it to show up, which was a little annoying. But it seems to be working better now. And then we've got these shoes on display. I see there's a question in the chat.
Tom Boxel.
Do you know where to set the opening date for a game published on the map? Game page says not yet set, but I have no idea where to set it. Sure. Whoops. Just fling my camera all over the place there. Oh, hi, Maggie. Bye. Bye. Have a good dance class. And
It's funny because Maggie walked into the room at almost the exact moment that Maxie said, "Don't worry, folks, I made it." And so when you said, "Oh, hi, Maggie," I was just like, "No, Alex, it's Maxie."
My daughters are headed off to dance class.
Nice.
So if you go to inventory and you go
to like flamenco dancing or
no,
salsa,
Maggie is in
tango.
Maggie is in, I want to say,
ballroom dancing,
ballet and jazz, I want to say.
I was close.
And then Felicity is in ballet, tap, jazz, and modern. She's
so
in
many
4.
dancing.
She's gonna have 4 dances at the recital, and she's on the competition team. So
oh wow!
In July we get to go to Cape Cod and watch her compete.
Nice.
She's doing really good. So if we go to our settings, it's under access restrictions. So you go to access restrictions, manage. Did they change it?
While you're looking that up, I will be right back.
Sure. I think they changed something because it used to be on this page. And I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe because I haven't launched it at this point? I have a feeling that they changed something on the website because there used to be more panels here. Because there was experience page, map location, asset review. I feel like there was something else here. And then access restrictions definitely had date settings. I know there was an update because there's now theme and genre stuff. Um,
I'm back.
hey, how's it going?
Good.
Obby. I don't know what Obby is. What's Obby?
Maybe it's hobby without the H.
That's what I'm thinking. Um. So yeah. Um. It's not. It doesn't appear to be there anymore.
Hmm.
Obstacle course. I see more than one person. I see 3 people saying obstacle,
Okay.
but
Maybe that's the phrase I'm not familiar with.
is that really a thing?
An obby course. It sounds like it could be
They
real.
all Googled it.
Say it with conviction, and I'll believe you.
It's a Roblox thing. That would be why. Okay.
Okay.
So what is it like? What we
Very
call
cool.
parkour? Although I guess obstacle is different than parkour because obstacle could be like swinging platforms, but we usually like mix them up. I don't know. Kids call it these days.
You learn
I
something new
mean,
every day.
it's no like MMO RuneScape abbreviation. Back in the
So does
days,
that
you're talking
mean
about
there was
Abby
no obby
Trim and
courses in RuneScape?
no obby. We did have other abbreviations. We had lobbies or lobsters, addies, adamantium,
Mm.
old fart stuff. That's how Roblox toddlers call it. Less letters than parkour. um. So yeah. I'm gonna ask about that because I mean, well, let's see what happens if we put in all the other stuff. So I'm gonna grab.
Tom says, Alex, looks like they changed it because I have published mine. Still can only restrict it with NFT. Can't
Yeah,
set the date.
yeah, but you have before. Is that what the?
Dr. Metaverso is saying, I'm looking too. It was there, but seems gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm wondering if it's in a different place now. With the update. So let's set
Can you
some.
explain what you guys are trying to do right now? Just set the publish date?
Yeah. So yeah. You were out of the room when we started talking about this. So, the question was how to set an opening date for an experience. So if you
Oh,
want
for
to
when the
say,
experience can open. Gotcha.
yeah, if you want to say, hey, this is a Valentine's experience that's opening on February 14th. How do we do that?
Gotcha.
So we're going to set up. Wait, does this one have other? This one has other, and this one doesn't. Interesting.
Hmm. Also, the genre tab was just recently placed.
Yes, and that's why I think
So
that update may have changed some other things. Um. All right. That should be. Did I get everything in there? Okay. All right. So that's published. Opening date not set. That where it says not set was not a place that we were ever able to set it.
yeah.
Okay, map location. We're going to select da, 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 da. That one. I don't have the 2v2 parkour file anymore, I don't think so. Asset review. 2 unavailable. Oh no. What? That. What? I was able to publish this before. Oh, you know, I might have never published this to the map. It's funny that it says they're unavailable because I should have access to publish with them. They're exclusive, and I have an admin account, and exclusive is for mods and above. So it's funny that it's not letting me do that. It's also a template experience, so it's extra funny that it wouldn't be there. So we're gonna save, confirm. So we're taking this time to do some publishing troubleshooting, since publishing is going to be a part of this anyway. Ah, it's loud. Sorry about that. And we're going to open up our GDC retreat. Not break the servers. Why would setting the date for February 12th break the servers?
Maybe multiple people are setting the date for February 12th at the same time.
All right. So, let's see. That drink was probably in the house somewhere. If I can find it. Oh, here it is by the radio. I can click it. Click it. Thank you. Oh wait, drink A. Let's make sure that's the only one in there. Drink, okay. And the other thing was the ladder. Well, not those ladders. Where's this ladder? Oh wait, is it this? Oh. Metal staircase. Okay. I guess we can't use that anymore. Plank. Owned. Basic. Wood plank. That should work. Oh, too tall. We're gonna line it up to this. So we're gonna end, flip this upside down, move it up 1/2 meter, and see where it lines up. Way too tall. Right, that should do it. It's being very precise about that 1/2 meter. So cool thing about using the end key to line things up to platforms is it will even do it like inside an object. So like we can hit the end key on our keyboard to make it go right to the ground, but it'll also do it over assets And you can see that, this entire dock is one asset, including all these decorations, but it's still lined up to the floor that was underneath it. So if I like put it in here, like in the bench, and hit end, it actually gets a little confused because it's inside of a collision block. I think it actually snaps it to the collision block, not to the empty voxels. So if we put it up here, it's going to snap to the top of this bench. If we put it in here, it should go to the counter, I think. There may be collision on the inside there too. Yeah, it went down to the nearest thing. This entire interior area probably has collision. Like as a player, I don't think I can jump inside this space. So it's going to the nearest floor underneath that collision. Yeah, it's still pretty neat that you can like line up things inside. I was doing that with the city block.
Yeah,
because it's got a bunch of like interior spaces, and you can still make things snap to the floor inside.
Oh, I never even thought about that. That is awesome. That is incredibly helpful and useful too.
Yeah, somebody was asking me about how practical it would be, and I was like, oh well, you can, or like how difficult it would be to set up things like that, and it's a little bit challenging, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually not too bad.
I like it.
All right, so we got rid of. Oh wait, I deleted the plank. I needed the plank.
You're gonna walk it
here.
Gonna make somebody else walk it.
We're actually gonna use that end over end technique.
Oof.
So we're gonna do this. End. What? Okay, I guess the
Maybe because it's the same item.
Nah, it's just the pivot point has to be over it. I think it's snapping the pivot point.
Oh, gotcha.
And so we're going to.
You can't duplicate both of them at the same time in the current position?
Not to the same position. If I do that,
Gotcha. Okay.
it's offset by this amount. I don't know. It's just kind of. Does it line up? Yeah, it's not exactly lined up. I don't. That's actually something I'm going to ask to have fixed for the next update if it can be. It probably is too late. But the
kind of like with word processing, it's an exact duplicate in the exact same positioning so that you can make the same thing happen over and over again.
Well, I mean, you don't want it exactly lined up because then it becomes hard to select the asset that you want. But the offset, if we have everything snapping to the grid, it should snap to the grid on the offset. Because currently it doesn't. It's still snapping to half-meter increments, but not on the grid. If we well, maybe if I turn the grid on. I wonder if having the grid on will do it.
Oh. Who's got questions? Drop them in the chat. I'll scream him at Alex when he's least expecting it.
Yeah, it's still offset.
Yeah.
Just by that little bit, even with, but now you can see how much more it's off because the grid's on. So yeah, it drives me a little bonkers. But if you place down objects, they'll snap to the grid. So we place them down first and then move them to line up. So end. And end. And we're going to move these up and over. And oh, nope.
Roxy Miguel asks, when are the ghost blocks going to be fixed? When the ghost blocks are going to be fixed? I think they're asking when the ghost blocks are going to be fixed. Yeah, what is a ghost block?
I don't know.
That sounds exciting. I want one right now. Did Ghost of Mars make blocks? Is that what happened? Because he is very talented.
Ghost blocks. Oh, are you having like having a block that is you can only see like one side of it and it's floating in the air.
It sounds spooky.
Because somebody asked about that. It's fixed in the next update.
Okay.
Um,
The next update, meaning not the one that happened. You said there was an update today, right?
no.
My apologies. My apologies accepted.
But yeah, some people were getting like a block that's like in the air and you can only see like 3 sides of it, and so it's like got invisible sides.
So
If that's
like
what you're,
it's like a cartoon bunny. When you turn to a certain side, it just disappears.
Sort of.
Okay.
It's more. It doesn't have in 3D models. Typically, the faces only show on the outside. So like when we go inside of like a block here, we don't see the other side. We don't see the
Gotcha.
inside of the blocks.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
only see the outside of the blocks. So the blocks that we see here, it's because we're seeing the outside faces of them. But anywhere that we would see, like right here, there is a face here, but only when you look at it from the other side.
I gotcha. Using the sphere and diamond brush, it appears a bunch, says Roxy Miguel. Don Voxel says the truth is out. Blocks are hollow inside. That's a truth that we'll never be able to get back in the box. It's just forever.
Yeah.
In the world.
Yumili Talks, aka Not Jackie Chan, saying it's kind of rough. Can't duplicate a hallway of doors sometimes. Yeah, I've been having to do the same thing in the spaceship. Just have to I'll just zero out the coordinates. So I'll like remove the decimals from them, and then slide them into position with the grid locking. So yeah. Anyway, the ghost block issue, I've been told, is fixed for the next update. Perchance, have you noticed it only happening in experiences that are more than one land? Because I think somebody mentioned something about it happening because of like the edges where lands meet up. But basically, they can't be deleted or painted. You can like put blocks over them and erase the blocks, and they'll still be there. You can put a void behavior next to them and try to void all the blocks in the area, and they're still there. Happens in 1x1 as well. Okay, I may have misread that part of the conversation, but somebody did report it on the staff Slack, and I've been told that they have made an update for that.
Got to throw something out there real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit ago, Maxi said, basically asked, if this is the case and they're hollow inside, wouldn't they be considered, boxes?
Mm-hmm.
And then shortly after that, who was it? Nasman01 said voxels. And I think that's hysterical. It was a long way to get to the payoff for that, but I feel like it was worth the journey.
All right. So we're just making a little stepway here.
Blocks are full of that aerogel stuff. Maxi says he's going to go play in box edit now.
The number of times I've seen people say that exact thing, that actually triggers me. That I'm like it's not called box edit. I've seen people call it like, even honestly, even sometimes on staff, they're like box edit. I'm like, nah.
Here's the thing. No,
they're next to
not.
each other on the keyboard.
Let's go outside and let's fight.
Is that the Indiana Jones theme song?
Oh no, that was the A-Team.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can hear that now. I've had the
I,
Indiana Jones theme song running through my head because I watched the third movie with Felicity the other day.
okay. What did she think?
She likes it. I mean, she's liked all of them. She got really excited when I told her that Petra was a real place.
Really? Your kids sound adorable, man. They really do.
They are adorable. It's not fair to other kids. I'm sorry, all you other parents out there. It's really they really give your kids no fighting chance. It's
don't apologize for that. Don't apologize that for a second. You got good genes and you put them to work.
All right.
Petra is also in Zelda, says the escape room artist. Is it?
Is it like the entrance to the temple in Ocarina of Time? I'm trying to. It's been a long time since I played that, so I don't remember. There we go. Who needs your exclusive steps model preset?
Yeah.
Do
this
with
on my
basic
own.
planks. Those are basic, right? Good.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Yeah. Original Zelda character. Oh, no. Petra. I don't remember anybody called Petra in the original Zelda, but I don't disbelieve that. But I'm talking about the place Petra, which is really cool. I would love to visit there someday. The inside, not as cool as where the Holy Grail was hidden. Your head won't get cut off, but it's not as cool.
Nice. When I plan a vacation, that's actually on the list of things that, don't want to happen. And like travel agents are always like, "Are you sure you wouldn't like your head to get cut off?" And I'm like, "You know what? This is kind of a stickler. This is a selling point for me, so let's keep this on the list."
The real place of Petra, the inside is like a basic room with like 3 little alcoves, one on each wall. They think it was maybe like a burial place.
Okay.
Some sort of like ceremonial value. And there's other structures like it in that area. This was just a city in the desert that they carved out of stone. It's pretty cool.
Have you ever thought about showing your daughter there was a TV show, Young Indiana Jones, I think it was. You ever thought about showing her that?
I've not watched it myself.
Oh, that might be a fun thing for you two to do together.
Is that with the same actor who played young Indiana Jones in the movie? I think it was
I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember watching it as a kid and loving it.
River Phoenix, I think, was who played him in the in the movie.
I'll look it up. Young Indiana Jones Chronicles is what it's called.
All right. So now, because we've saved that, we should be able to just refresh here. And we do indeed have a new thumbnail. Okay, so we're ready on all accounts there. I think... Yeah, that is still not there. Launch experience.
So young Indiana Jones was actually played by Sean Patrick Flannery. I don't know if that's who you guessed, but there you go.
No. River Phoenix.
Was
that who he played? Yeah. River Phoenix was he played what's the name of the movie?
Indiana Jones?
No. Oh
What
wait,
kind of a movie was it?
wait, is he still alive? No, posthumous.
Say River Phoenix passed away a while ago, my friend.
Yeah, that's. I'm getting confused as to who. Oh, you know what? I think I know what I'm thinking of. Uh,
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. River Phoenix did play young Indy.
yeah.
So maybe that's what you're thinking of.
um, for some reason in my head, I was getting him confused with
With me, we do have similar hair.
For those who don't know, River Phoenix had long, luscious-looking blonde hair.
Yeah. Nothing like me at all.
No, I was thinking of the guy who played the Crow.
Okay. Brandon Lee, I think.
Yeah, who's Bruce Lee's son. And I don't know why I put those two together as being the same person.
You know, they do have a similar like facial structure. I can see that.
I don't know. It's just for some reason, like when I saw the name River Phoenix, my brain went, I remember that actor died young, and then obviously that was also the same actor for The Crow, but it's not. Who died tragically in the filming of that movie. All right, so I published it. It's launched. It does not appear that I am able to set the date. I am going to ask about that. So that was a long roundabout way of
answering
that
question. That's what happens when you ask questions. We find answers.
Yeah.
Either now or later. We do.
So,
whether you like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Voxel, don't ever apologize for asking questions. You often ask really good ones, and they often lead us to a series of even better questions that we need to ask to find the answers. So don't apologize.
All right. I'm going to close that experience. And... Okay. So, back to this. What I had to do to set up the NFT frames to work correctly was simply having the interact message with them on the actual frame asset.
Not a secondary item that was connected to it.
Correct. Yeah. Because we tried doing it with this museum panel, and it just, I tried using it as a button. I tried using it as a message broadcaster. I tried using it as, I think, an asker. Actually, you know, I don't remember if I actually tried it as an asker, but regardless, I kind of like the way it looks without having any panel next to it.
I like it too. I was just going to say it looks super clean.
Yeah, it's just clean. So we've got our indicator on there. We've got our NFT image display, and we've got our NFT display details with the message required being interact. It seems that the reason it's not connecting other things is because these are all multiplayer behaviors, and in order to get them to work correctly, so that way I in a multiplayer experience can click on it and look at the info without making it show up for everybody else, it needs like the player info to be passed along through the message, like as an argument almost, except you don't set it up that way. It just happens automatically. And for whatever reason, that interaction is not conveying that information. So just nothing seems to happen. Not sure why. But we're looking into it, and maybe a bug fix coming up. So we just have the interact right on it. Works fine. Now, the more fun part.
Wait, there's a more fun part?
Oh yeah, the doors, the automatic doors.
I don't know if I can handle this.
So
it's too much fun.
It's only 2 assets,
Okay.
so it's very efficient.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've got a door behavior. Now, remember, door behaviors are only multiplayer synchronized. That's the only kind of, we don't have single player doors anymore. I mean, you can use a multiplayer door in a single player experience. It works fine. But as far as messages sending info back and forth to each other, because it's a multiplayer hub, the door is multiplayer, and anything that activates that door has to be multiplayer. So the museum panel is a multiplayer timed event. So what is going on is that the door has a speaker component on it. Doesn't display any text. Doesn't look at target. But the speak condition is that it detects entity of every avatar in range. So that's any player walking by it. The door will sense. And we do this on the door itself because it will happen in an even radius around the door. If I was to put it on like the museum panel, then the sensitivity would be like offset off to the left. So we're doing it on the door, so that way anybody who gets close enough to the door will activate it. I have it set for 4 meters, which means that you can get to about where the museum panel is and the door will open. When that speaker component sees a player, it sends the message open to everyone in range. That's all assets in a 4-meter range, which includes this museum panel. When the museum panel gets the open message, sorry, we're still on the door. I got ahead of myself. So the nice thing, then the reason we can do this with just 2 assets is because behaviors can send messages to themselves now. They used to not be able to do that. Now you can, if you wanted to, you could have it send the message to just itself, and then it doesn't broadcast that message out to other objects in the area. But we do actually want to use the other behavior here. So we're doing everyone in range, and we don't plan on having any doors close enough to this to where they would interact with each other. So it sends that open message with the speaker component to itself first, and the message required to open, we have both open and interact. And that interact is that like, oh no, it closed in my face and I'm too close to set off the sensor. So then you interact with it and it opens. We're using the open and close animations, and the message required to close the door is simply close. Starting state is closed, and then when we open the door, a message plays after it opens called opened. So that also goes to everyone in range, in a broadcast range of 4 meters. Actually, now that I think about it, the open message from the speaker component doesn't
message
need...
from not Jackie Chan. Check that out real quick.
Certain ranges can be decimal values. They just won't show up as decimal values in Game Maker. But when you play the game, it'll be 2.5 or whatever. That's cool. I remember that being the case with some things. It's pretty rare that I need to have something so granular. Actually, okay. I think we experimented with this on stream a long time ago using the volume detection. If we went to detection shape of a box, and we could do like 1 by 1 by 1, and you see that it's a little block in here now, this little yellow. But if we did like 1.5 versus 2 or 1.75, like you can see it's doing those little incremental changes. So we were able to set detection areas with the box that way as well.
Gotcha.
And yeah, it doesn't surprise me that it works with Sphere also. I don't know if it'll always work that way, but yeah, it's good to know with those things. The speaker bubble is hard to see sometimes. I don't know if that's getting changed or not, but I've made that comment before that on some angles, like this, you can't really see the right side of it. So that does pose a problem sometimes. All right, so as I'm looking at this, this doesn't use the open thing at all. So the door, we don't even have to send it to all. We can just send it to self. So I'm even going to change that. So broadcast type from the speaker component, we're going to change that from open, or sorry, from everyone in range to self, because it's just sending it to itself. It doesn't need to send it out. It's probably a little bit more practical as far as the number of messages floating in the air, because the message system is usually pretty efficient in sending things, but if you have a lot of messages all firing at the same time, the more things that they have to interact with. Imagine your messages as being like carrier pigeons, and instead of sending out 5,000 carrier pigeons to like touch everything in a certain radius, you are saying just send it specific one carrier pigeon to this one specific place. It's just a little more practical. So we're going to change this one to self as well, and it should still work exactly the same way. We'll find out. All right, so recap real quick. We've got our speaker component. It sees that there's a player within 4 meters, and it sends the message open to itself. And the message self on this is connected to our door behavior. It receives the open message, or it receives an interact. If the player is standing next to it when it closes and they want to interact with it, they can do that. Either of those messages will open the door. And when the door opens, it sends the message opened, past tense. The door has been opened. And that broadcasts to everyone in a 4 meter range. This is the message that we have going to our timer. Now, our museum panel here, we do have a speaker component on it that says the artifact collection when it detects somebody in range, because this is the sign for that part of the gallery. But that's all the speaker does. It doesn't send any messages or anything. It's just a label. The important part here is the timed event behavior. When it gets the message opened, past tense, and it's waiting for that message, and it will reset after the timer plays through. That's important, or else it once it does this one time, it'll never do it again. It sets a 5-second door timer with the message close. Now, I'm not sure why this is, but timed events will only send to tags. So it will send to all tags in any range. For whatever reason. You might be able to set these up. I think you can. Yeah, you could set this up with arguments, but we don't need to. So what we do with each of these doors is we have door 1, door 2. We have tags on the doors, and we're just going to number each door. So ideally, my preference would be that I could just copy and paste this exact thing in every single spot, and I wouldn't need to make any changes at all. But because the timer sends to anything with a certain tag, if I don't make the tags unique for each door, then all doors will shut at the same time, no matter how long they've been open. So player 1 goes into door 1 and player 2 goes into door 2. 2 seconds later, when door 1 shuts, door 2 also shuts. So door 1 is open for 5 seconds, but door 2 is only open for 3 seconds. So it's just helpful for us to have the tags be different for each one. So that message close bounces back to our door and is our required message for closing. And it plays a close animation. So that's the entire mechanical loop of how the door opens and closes. It's very to the point, I think. I like how efficiently this thing works. But then we've also got play sound. And I have the play sound on the door. It's a 3D sound, meaning it'll be louder or quieter depending how close you are to the origin of the door. Again, that's why I put it on the door instead of on the museum sign. It doesn't really matter. They're pretty close to each other. I don't think a player is going to go, "Wow, I heard this over here," but it's actually a meter that way. But it helps, I think, make it a little more grounded, having the sound come direct from the door and how close you are to it. And the sound for the door will play with both the close and opened message. And the reason I did it that way is because originally I had put it for close, open, and interact. But if you did it with interact and you were spamming interact on the door, it would keep on making the clicky noise over and over and over again. This way, having it play on opened, it plays at the exact same instance that you would interact or open automatically the door, but it does it with just this message with which both interact and open fire off this opened message right after. And you can't spam it because it only happens when the door functionally opens. So, and interact does not close the door. If interact could close the door, then we could open, close, open, close, open, close, and it would make the clicky noise every time, and it would probably mess up the timer and stuff too. So interact is only to open, and either way it opens and the only way it closes will all fire off the sound. And that's the door. It's a lot more complicated.
Simple yet complicated.
Yeah. It accomplishes everything that it needs to do with, I think, the fewest number of parts, which is what I like about it. It's
okay.
I'm something that's really important to me as I'm creating spaces is making sure that they feel right. That's
totally fair.
When you open something, it opens the way you expect, and it makes a noise, and it all the things that make it feel like a real. Yeah, everything that makes it feel like a real tactile experience happens. And that's what I try to do. So as we go and play, we're gonna see if that change I made works correctly. Turn up the volume on the game again a little bit. Okay, so that opened. What was it that changed? Oh yeah, it was the self-opening.
Hey Alex,
what's up?
You want to do a giveaway?
Sure.
Okay. You waited so long. I was like, maybe he's gonna say no today. I don't know.
No.
They're gonna just.
Yeah, no, we can do it.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, the having it sent to self seems to have worked fine. Obviously, we'll have to see what it looks like in a multiplayer session. But yeah, I'm really happy with these doors. They just feel right. I tried a couple of the other sound effects. I really wanted. There's a slide sound effect, or I think it's called slide. It might be. Wait, is it slide like? Oh, that's why it's called slide. It's the actual sliding sound effect. But that's actually too long of a sound effect because of how quickly these doors snap open. It kept on making the noise long after the door finished opening. I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
You know, I would really like it if we could make, like, once we get custom sound effects, all the doors and all of my experiences are going to have the same sound effect. And it's going to be Owen Wilson going, wow, every time a door opens. No matter what the genre, feel, vibe, every time you walk through a door, wow.
I'm not, so I think you would need to get Owen Wilson to sign off on using his actual voice.
I'll just do it myself.
I was
I'll
gonna
just do it
say you
myself.
could totally do it yourself.
Yeah, just do it myself.
All right. So yeah, this is the artifact space, and you can interact with all these things, and it will pull up their little listing. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with this little space in here. So the next thing is to make the other 3 gallery spaces. I think we're gonna leave everything back here alone for now. This is just a place people can kind of run back and explore if they want, and of course collect some eggplants along the way. Actually, I wonder if the other gallery lines up with that. Maybe the gallery would have kind of double entrances going that way. What else can we do in here? The most significant changes I made after the last stream was I redid the lighting in the swimming section because it was just it was bad. It was just way too dark.
It was pretty dark in there.
It was way too dark.
Pretty dark.
Now you can actually see where you're swimming.
When you're losing oxygen too.
Yeah, so I think I'll turn that off because I don't know, it's just not very social hub friendly. And there's nowhere to surface really.
Oh, I mean, if there's nowhere to surface, what you could do is you could put little like patches of air every once in a while. Like,
I tried that, but it didn't really like look good.
Gotcha.
Like you could from underneath you can't see the surface because there's no because of the glass there's no light being cast on it.
Oh,
so like if
gotcha. Turn it off.
Well, let me just check because maybe I'm misremembering. So if I like cut a hole in here, do something like that. We'll see how visible it is.
Boop.
Yeah, that's what it looks like from underneath.
Yeah.
You can't actually see that there's a surface.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Could you do blocks, other water blocks? Could you do of a different color and then just turn off the no O2 in those? Like maybe actually do like.
No,
Okay.
the oxygen is not based on what block you're in. It's just based on if you're in a liquid block at all.
Gotcha. Okie dokie.
So what we could do is we could like make the eggplants like maybe give you some more oxygen. I think we can do that.
Okay. So wait, would that mean if I collected an eggplant in front of you, then you wouldn't be able to collect it, and I got all the oxygen and you wouldn't get any?
Not in this case because we're using curio instead of collection. So
Gotcha.
the curio shows up for everybody. Collection, the curio items are available for everybody to pick up. So if I pick up an eggplant, it's still there for everybody else. Collection though is across all players. So if I collect an eggplant, it goes away for everybody else.
That might be kind of fun. Like I collect it, so you can't collect it.
Survive
so
the
now,
longest.
Yeah, like it could just be like randomized spawning of eggplants all over the place, and everybody knows eggplants fill you with oxygen. So this is factually accurate too.
What was that? Was it called slime? Slime block. Fill that hole back up. And I think this is the glass. Yep. So yeah, I think we'll just turn off the oxygen. We'll be like, we're in space. You know, you don't need air up there. So game rules. No, oh wait, it's under player. Controller. Oxygen enabled, off. So I think it's cool that that's an option now, but I don't think it's needed for all experiences. And something like this, I don't think the oxygen is really that important. I'd rather have people be able to just have fun.
It's fair.
Look at the pea green soup.
Split pea soup room.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
Yeah.
I got you.
Sometimes you get little outside views here, like we can kind of see the artifact gallery a little bit over there.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so a lot easier to find the eggplants in here now than it was. Gives a fun little like Mario 64 swimming session.
I'm digging it.
You know, there are. Is there a bubble effect? I'm thinking of like the Sonic the Hedgehog bubble effect. Anyone else eat hot dogs wrapped in corn tortillas?
Flour, yes. Corn, no.
I'm. You know what? I was about to be totally dismissive of it. The corn tortilla would have to get some sort of oil frying on it. Like, I think like 7-Eleven and like Cumbies sometimes will have like their hot dogs on rollers kind of things, but they also have things like taquitos.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be like a hot dog taquito, which I think could be okay. Maybe.
Okay.
With the right sauce and stuff.
Gotta have the right sauce.
But don't be eating raw corn tortillas. Like, I don't. I'm sorry, childhood trauma time. My mom is an amazing cook. My mom's an amazing cook. She knows how to read a cookbook. She knows her way around the kitchen. Most of what I know about cooking, I learned through osmosis by just observing her. And she's a good cook. Everybody's always very
impressed with her.
Yeah, I was gonna say complimentive of her food.
Okay.
But I don't think that's the way you say that word.
Complimentary.
That means it's free. Yeah.
I guess technically you're right.
So, and my dad is also a good cook, but he does specific things. He does the grilling.
Okay. And they're a good team is what you're saying.
Yeah. He does the grilling and complementary or complementary. Wait, are those spelled the same way?
No, they're spelled differently.
Oh, there's a difference between E and an I. Okay, yeah. All right, I'll buy that. English is messy. But you know, I don't think
says the Colonel.
I don't think there's a good language. Like, you say English is great, like sarcastically, like English is bad, because it is. But I'm pretty sure most languages have dumb stuff in them. Anyway, my dad is Texan Mexican. Like, he's
the definition of Tex-Mex.
He is. Like, he's from El Paso, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
His ancestors are probably predominantly Spanish blood, but also little native Mexican blood. And his ancestors grew up around Mexico City and the Rio Grande River, and they've been there for hundreds of years. But before Texas was a state, before Texas was a country, the Republic of Texas, that's where his people were from. So,
okay.
The border moved over him. I mean, not in his lifetime, but over his genetics. and so he grew up eating lots of Mexican food and Tex-Mex food, because Tex-Mex isn't fake Mexican food. It is food from Texas and Mexico in that region. It's real food. Um and so he cooks a lot of the Mexican stuff. He'll heat up the chorizo, if we can find the good stuff, which they don't sell around here anymore. And make chorizo con huevos, some eggs and chorizo in a nice flour tortilla with some cheddar cheese and lime and orange juice. It's this is like the breakfast of my childhood. My favoriteest thing. We're totally not doing Game Maker anymore. We're just talking about food. And my dad knows how to make good Mexican food. He grew up with his mom making tamales, all the stuff. And somehow for my entire childhood, my mom would make corn tortilla tacos without heating the corn tortillas at all. And I don't know if you know what that means. I don't know if you've ever had a corn tortilla straight out of the package, but it's like eating like a very soft rubber eraser. It is gummy. It's gummy and crumbly and gross.
It tastes like sadness.
It tastes like sadness. It actually it tastes kind of funny because it's like it's raw. Like, you're supposed to heat those up. You're supposed to either put them in a pan with like no oil and just kind of toast it. You can even put it directly on the burner if you know what you're doing. If you're careful with it, just leave it for a couple seconds on a low heat burner on your stove. Flip it over and get some nice little char marks. And you can also deep fry them. You can cut them up and toss them in oil, deep fry them, and that's how you make corn tortilla chips. I don't know how my dad allowed my mom. I love my parents, but I don't know how my dad allowed my mom to torture us like that with raw corn tortillas. I went through my entire life hating corn tortillas until one day, and and by proxy, I didn't like fish tacos at all. Like, because fish tacos are typically served in corn tortillas, and I just thought that was the grossest thing ever. Like, get that fish out of the taco. I don't want that. And then one day we decided to make it at home, and we got some tilapia, seasoned it up all nice with chili powder and other stuff, nice and spicy. Made some quick pickled red onions and cabbage, and we heated the corn tortillas. And they bring all that toasty, warm corn flavor of like the fresh made corn tortillas at a Mexican restaurant. Oh, it's so good. It went from this makes me want to run away from home to this makes me want to eat at home. Like, forget going to a restaurant. I can make it better at home. So, yeah. Corn tortillas. If you're going to wrap a hot dog in a corn tortilla, you better be toasting that corn tortilla or deep frying it or applying some sort of heat to it so it doesn't taste like soggy sadness. Yeah. That was what that was about.
Is that what that was about?
That was it.
Okay.
I'm done.
You feel better? You better now?
Corn tortillas are like, I have a duty to tell you about how to eat corn tortillas the right way, because it is a path to misery if you eat them the wrong way. All right. What are we doing here?
I have no idea. I don't even know where I am right now.
Mikasa. All right. How much we've been doing this an hour and a half now. So we're pretty much done with this gallery. I think we're all set there. We do want to expand out this lower one as well. So we're going to excavate a little bit. We're gonna.
Have you saved anything in a while?
Yeah, I think I've saved, but I'll do it again just to make sure.
Yeah.
How to eat. Open mouth, bite. Close mouth, chew. Followed by swallow. I just bit off my tongue. I don't think I understood the instructions correctly there. So we're gonna have to change these red lights here. So I was thinking these lights, we would change them to be different colors to indicate each different gallery.
Okay.
And as such, we actually have to move the colors to the side because we have to slide the doors over because of the Z fighting issue. So we're going to move the door and place it inside. And then I think, okay, yep, we've broken through. And we're going to do another one. Oh, this goes in here. Aha. So that can't go to a gallery. I think we're going to move some things around in here. We're going to take all these. What are these signs for? Why is it? It's advertising a 6-inch 128 gigabyte 4G phone. I don't think we need phone ads in our medical bay. We're going to take all these, we're going to rotate them and move them over here. Oh, look at that. That's pretty darn close to where they need to go. I feel like this one's not lined up the same. All right, now this door can go in here. All right, where are we using that gray for the floor?
Alex, I would like you to take a second and check the title for today's stream real quick here.
Did something change?
It did.
Wait, it doesn't show that for me because I'm
Just
on
refresh the
OBS.
page.
Well, I'm not on the page. That's the.
Okay.
Wait a second.
That was courtesy of not Jackie Chan.
All right. Don't live your life in misery. Don't be like me. Mothers, tell your children not to do what my mom has done. Living your life in corn tortilla misery in the house of the surprising pun.
I was thinking rising sun, and then you said surprising pun, and I was just like, well, I'm done here. I'm just gonna. This day can't get any better, so I'm just gonna end it right now and go to bed.
All right. So here's the issue with the numbers. See, it's instead of 19.5, it's 19.55
Mm-hmm.
and 87.32 for whatever reason. Just
I was
because.
gonna say, why is that?
That's the amount of offset they get. I'm pretty sure it used to snap on the grid. If you held control or whatever, it used to snap onto the block grid. But now it snaps to a relative grid, which I think relative grid snapping is useful when you want to line up objects to each other. But by doing the duplicate, it's already misaligned with the other object.
Gotcha.
So
Makes sense.
like I understand what it's doing, but I don't know why.
No, I hear you.
All right. Now I had put out a tweet back when we did the last stream asking for what stuff I should put in here.
I responded to that a little bit.
I know you did, but I don't remember what you said because it's been a while.
I don't either.
Where was my tweet? How far back was it? Here we go. Help me pick. So you wanted me to use the portal. Okay, we could probably figure out a way to do that. Okay, Detron and a machine for dying. Oh, so these are cool, but they are animated, so it'll probably show a thumbnail, but I don't think it's going to show the whole thing.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I mean, I would have to like upload it to our video streaming system, but I don't want to take too much advantage of that.
Thumbnails enough.
Yeah.
You and I will know.
Let's see if it works.
Hi, buddy.
No, it doesn't work. Boo.
If anybody hears screaming that sounds like a small child, that is my cat. He is very loud. Feeling very talkative today. Yeah, he's pretty cute.
All right. So that does not want to work, unfortunately. So we'll have to figure out something else. But we can put in Detron. I feel like Detron would actually be a good NPC for the artifact area. Oh, it's D-Tron. Who made this? I don't remember.
That would be Sanzeus.
Ah. Oh, that's right. Sanzu sent this to me for Christmas, right?
Yes, he did.
There we go. I think right here. He's just gonna... Oh, he defaults to dancing. There we go.
He does look good in that room.
Yeah, it very much fits with the robot Clone X.
Could you put him in like a glass case or something?
Well, what if he's just visiting? Or he's like a busker?
That's fair.
He's like, nobody puts baby in a glass case.
People have tried. Did not end well for them. He just danced his way out of there.
I mean, he is in the larger glass case that is the spaceship.
That doesn't count. Don't try to mollify me.
All right, so
His dancing makes me want to dance.
he needs like a radio or something.
Ooh, a boombox. Type in boombox. Oh, there you go. Never mind.
Well, I might have a boombox thing now.
Well, that radio is a boombox.
Yeah, I thought I might have had something from one of the like really old Fox Edit contests. But yeah, this is totally
There you go.
what we're looking for here. I don't think it has any animations, but I kind of wish it had like a little jumping animation.
Like notes coming out of it.
Yeah.
Or like the speakers just moving.
There might be a VFX.
Mm-hmm. Oh dang!
Hey, there we go.
That is literally perfect.
Yep.
I love it. I love it.
I kind of want to change the color though.
I was just gonna say, can we change the color?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you can.
What are these values though?
Okay.
XR YGZBWA. So A is alpha. So we can make them like partially transparent. But I think they should be fully intense. Oh, we actually have a picker here. There we go. We can just do that. So let's. I feel like purple's the theme for the room.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's my Clonex background color. And let's see. Make them a little bit bigger. Maybe not that big. With the 6.
It's pretty big.
And a little bit brighter. Audio reactive? What does that mean?
And what does that mean?
I don't know.
Does that mean every time the doors say "wow" that they're going to do something different?
I'm wondering if I make that an audio item, if they get like more intense.
More intense how?
Like, change shape and color and stuff because there's sound. Like what happens if we add play sound. Music. Nope, not cherry blossom. I'm not familiar with what all these are.
Neither am I.
Funk's probably the most appropriate, but I've heard it so many times now. Oh wait, dubstep. There we go. Good old dubstep. All right, I want to see.
I love the fact there's cartoon notes coming out of the boombox like that. This is just.
It doesn't seem to be doing anything with the audio. Maybe it's on the beat.
can't hear the beat, so I'm going to take your word for it.
It's not super intense, so it's kind of hard to tell if that's what it's actually doing or not. I mean, we can leave it there.
You just trust that it is.
Oh, rhythm color? Ooh. Maybe that has to do with the reactive aspect, because it's not, I don't see it doing it now. Do that and notes velocity. Volume scale. I mean, the notes might not be reactive to sound that this asset is playing. It might be to like the overall ambience. All right, let's see what it looks like. It does kind of feel to me like it's on the beat. Ooh. Oh. Oh, snap. Okay, yeah, it's doing something.
It's definitely doing something.
Oh, it's definitely reacting to the audio. That's really cool. I don't think I've seen that in action before.
No.
Super cool. Okay. We're just kind of, yeah, we're taking this extra day on this particular build to experiment with some things.
So, yeah. I mean, I feel like you were sick for a little while there, and you're still a little on the not well side. So,
yeah.
taking a day to kind of just relax back into it is not a bad idea.
There was a black Wizzy hat on the floor for a few cents. Scoop that up. If you scoop it up for a few cents, I'll buy it from you for a few dollars. And then I'll do another giveaway with it. Let's see. Thank you for reminding me about Wizzy the Golden Santa Wizzy. They are now working again.
That's right.
So if you were holding on to those, or if you were interested in buying those, but worried about the fact that they weren't showing up in the Game Maker, now they do.
You don't got to worry about nothing no more.
Now on the marketplace, it doesn't show the Epic catalyst for them, although the Game Maker does. That should be getting fixed soon. Also, there was one piece of metadata that had to change because basically the dashboard thought these were avatars, because when these were made, we were still kind of figuring out what avatars were going to be and whether or not assets would be avatars. So these had like when you uploaded an asset, you used to be able to manually select avatar as an option. And these had that. And then when we did a update to the system and avatars have become their own thing, these guys were still assets, but the metadata still said they were avatars, which is why they weren't showing up. So that is all fixed now. And the Epic status of them on the dashboard should be getting fixed soon. All right, but I don't want the sound to cover the whole thing, so we're going to say true to looping, 3D sound, and we are going to put the range to just within about 5 feet. And maybe turn down the volume a little bit because it's kind of a loud song. And we do need to set ambience for the whole thing. So we're going to do ambience. Mm-hmm. I feel like Endless Dunes is probably a good one. What's Space Wars? The Space Wars is a little bit intense for a gallery hangout. It's very Star Wars Episode 1 sounding.
There's a song called Space Wars.
Hmm.
I did not know that.
There's some of the newer ones, yeah.
That's wonderful.
Medieval Village. Mm-hmm. I kind of like Endless Dunes. I feel it's
Go with it.
It's sufficiently like spooky enough,
Dancey.
but like mellow. I mean, there's like the rattly sounds that are very like deserty, but the Bollywood song is one of your favorites. Oh yeah, no, this one's pretty cool, but I don't feel like it fits a spaceship or space station. Definitely is more like Assassin's Creed kind of vibes. Across Worlds is nice too, but yeah, I think. Wait, Cafe Society, which one's that? Oh, it's the Toy Story one.
What?
Some of these have like give off certain vibes. So Cafe Society very much feels like a montage scene from Toy Story.
Gotcha. That actually from Toy Story just feels like it.
Or Up. I mean, it just sounds like Pixar movies in general. There's multiple Pixar movies that this would fit in. Which one's TikTok? I don't remember. Psst, no. What's up? Psst. Do we have a giveaway winner?
We do.
Hey.
Congratulations goes out to you, Malidox. You have won.
Hey.
Wizzies, crispy, singed, burned
crispy
orange hat.
Wrapped in a nice
corn
damp
tortilla.
Corn tortilla. And
Make
stuffed
sure to
with
wait
a
a
hot
second.
dog.
It needs to cool, or you're gonna burn your mouth. But it's all yours, so do whatever you want with it. I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life. Congrats, friend. Wear it with pride.
Okay, so maybe no general music. Now I just have sci-fi ambience. Is it gonna start throwing sparks from way over there? Wait to see if does the music react even when I can't hear it.
I mean, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Exactly. Ooh. Yeah, so when I'm far away, it doesn't do the reactive particles. It only does it when you're close enough to hear. That's kind of cool. I do feel like the range could be a little bit bigger on it, because you can't hear it at all from here. I think if I'm here, it should be... If I'm this far away, it should be pretty faint. But here, I should be able to hear it full blast. Alright. So let's change that. We're gonna go audio, edit logic, Sound range. We'll move it up to a 9. We'll do a 10.
Gotten mad.
I know. I'm drunk with power here. All right. I'm going to save because it's been a while.
You know, you work hard. I feel like you deserve it.
More power. When new channel rewards. Have you already... Nothing to buy? Oh, I think Panda has to turn on... Like, I think
Turn them back on.
Yeah. There's a cooldown when they get claimed. So that way we're not giving away things too fast.
I believe it was also turned off during one of the recent AMAs because she didn't want, Flonk getting screamed in the middle of the AMA, which is
might be distracting from the
valid.
important things. All right. What should this guy say? He's gonna have a speaker.
Lori G is on a 35 stream streak.
Nice.
What?
That's even better than me.
Yeah. I don't know how I don't have like a streak, but I guess I'm just missing something, one of the streams somewhere, because every time I log in on our Wednesday stream, it's like, what's up, first timer? Like, what the heck is happening?
He's been connecting in incognito mode this whole time. He's not actually logged in.
I'm not here. You can't see me.
All right. Speaker, single player speaker. What should he say? He should probably say something like, "Hey, I have permission to dance here." Be like, "Don't stop me now. I've got a
Nobody
busker license."
puts baby in the corner.
Oh yeah, I wanted to point out on these museum signs, I did not set them to display over, so always on top. I turned that off because of the distance that I want people to be able to be detected left and right. I didn't want it to show up through the wall. Although now that I say that, I could just use a box. We have the technology.
What's in the box?
The player. Hopefully.
Hey.
So, okay, yeah, that actually works. So we'll have it detect out 2 meters that way, and then maybe 5. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong dimension. We'll do 6. I want people to be able to see the sign before they cross in front of the door.
Which sign would that be?
The gallery sign.
Whew.
For whatever reason, the ambiance continues even after the game stops. So we're hearing all the space noises in the background.
I mean, kind of dig it.
At least they're pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now... Oh, wait, did I didn't change it to say... always on top. So the thing I don't like, and I'll leave the other one not always on top to show you what I don't like. I don't like that if we walk up to it this way, it gets cut off by the wall. But I don't want to be able to see it through here. So now it doesn't get cut off by the wall. It's on a separate rendering layer. But you can still see through the wall, but only for a second. And if you walk up here, you don't see it because you're not triggering the volume until you get out here. I think that's acceptable.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I like that way better.
I like it.
Anyone participating in DAO? Like for the sandbox? Always on top. There we go. All right. So we've got those sorted. Oh, we never did figure out what the what should be going on in here. I looked, but the problem was that the items are not compatible because they're animations. What else we got? I feel like Voxadeus is a good fit, but not for this room because this room's too small and I have a lot of Voxadeus. So what other collections we got going on here?
You want to do like maybe a room of Voxadeus.
A bigger room than this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do kind of like we have this upper area here. I
like
want
a
to
statue
do
hall.
Well, some statue and some image, I think, like a mix. But
Okay.
I may actually
Just make it the main room they first log into.
Oh, in here? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean, I'd have to change like all this stuff around. I'm thinking actually having Voxadeus be the upper level here and having it like wrap around the top. But I'm also overcomplicating what's supposed to be like a 2-hour build. So
yes, a little bit. But today is a free day, so we're gonna allow it.
Today's a freebie.
Today's a free day.
So let's do some random arts here. Let's see here. We got Do Cats Dream of Electric Mice? This one's cute. Let's see. What else we got? Having difficulties with tabs here. Creepy Club could definitely be its own whole thing. There we go. Let's do a Crypto Kaiju card.
I was gonna say there needs to be a Crypto Kaiju in there somewhere, but also the little terrarium thing that you built. Oh, there it is, land terrarium. You should add that somewhere.
I can do that. That could be so. Like I have the central pieces, the shoes in the room above. That could be a central piece. Some other good sci-fi-ish ones.
The Slam arcade console.
I feel like that could be in the main room and not so much as like oh, there's art over there, but more like ooh, that's cool. Like have like a little arcade space.
Gotcha. I can dig it. I can definitely dig it.
Creepy Club definitely needs to be its own thing. Oh, we could put a fungi in there. Which fungi should we go with?
1111.
Sold. To the highest bidder.
Is me.
I probably need like 3 or 4 more. Did Joe make this? I feel like Joe made this. Joe made this. We'll do Joe's.
I like it. Good call.
We gotta have an AOP thing. That's not animated. What do we? I've got a few different things. I've got this graffiti. I've got You know, actually, I want to use the graffiti as long as the background is transparent, and I'm not sure if it will be. It'd be cool if it is.
Mm.
Look at that. Although it stretches it.
Does stretch it a little bit.
Well, it says original. Is that stretch? I feel like it is.
It looks like it's. Well, actually, yeah, it's compressed.
Yeah,
Look at the angle on the final letter.
Yeah, it definitely is. I was wondering if maybe it was just like the camera angle, but no, it's definitely.
You stretch it like
just
taffy.
a little bit.
Stretch it. I realize I keep like leaning to the side and like leaning basically out of the camera view.
Oh wait, do I have a way to open that door? Nope.
Why can't you open that door?
Because I haven't made it openable yet.
I mean, it's your door. You just locked yourself out.
I did. And what color should we make this one?
Color should we make this one what?
The light by the side. I'm trying to like give a hint that each gallery is like a different room with the color.
I would say if you don't want to do purple like you did on the other one, that blue is super cool.
I'm definitely going to use the blue.
Pink? No, pink's too close. Let's go with green. Like the
yeah, I was going to say
green.
having it as a contrast would probably be good.
Hmm. Oh my goodness. Loving that green.
All right.
It's very Slimer-esque.
It's going to be door 3. And door 3. It is weird that it has like an add and drop down for the tags here, which we don't have on other things like here.
Yeah.
It's just a little different. I'm going to save. Had to delete what twice? GameMaker keeps not displaying my experiences or anything in the gallery. Has it still been doing that like the past hour? Because earlier today there was about a 10 minutes shutdown of the servers while some stuff updated. So it caused some temporary outages, which should hopefully be over now.
Oh, Alex, don't we need to show Panda's video?
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Okay.
It's still very stretched. I'm thinking that the resizing options aren't working right now because they don't seem to be doing anything. Fit to width, fit to height, repeat, original, resize. Nothing actually happens when we change those, so maybe we'll do a different, not animated thing There's the spray paint can. Oh, that's gonna make this stretch, isn't it? Oh, actually, this is a video. I don't know if this will work at all, but it's got the white border, so maybe it'll be fine. So we got the spray paint can. We'll go with the gold key. It's the fancier one. Grab a couple more. I'm gonna do this luminous jelly by Siren Spear. Oh, I can
Heck
put,
yeah.
I can put one of my.
Isn't that a video?
Nope. And this is not a video either. This used to be my desktop background. We'll do Codex by Adewale. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he's a really cool artist. All right. I think that's enough for the moment. Oh, wait. What is a bad face bot? I don't even remember. I think I just picked this up on a whim because it looked cool. I was like, sure, why not? It's pretty cool. Oh, this is animated. I didn't remember that this was animated.
I mean, it's pretty amazing.
It goes against the name. It's not animated. Hey, it works.
Oh,
Sweet.
Oh my. Oh, I love it.
So because I keep duplicating these, I actually don't have to change anything except the URL because all my interaction and the
Everything
indicator,
stays the same.
Everything stays the same. The only thing changing is the asset URL.
Nice.
So it makes life a lot easier. Ooh. Right, and I like making sure everything's nice and neatly spaced. Get it? Because it's a spaceship.
I don't get it.
Ta-da.
Nice. Wait.
Oh, it's actually... No, it doesn't work that way.
Isn't that nice? How dare you? How dare you do this to my eyes?
I'm sorry. Okay.
My eyeballs will never forgive you.
Now it's 1.5. Now
1.5. Okay.
Good now.
That was good.
Although it's close enough.
Yeah.
I think
it's close enough for government work.
How our standards have fallen. Let's see if this one works. It should. There you go. It's taking a long time. It didn't fail, but it also hasn't.
It's just taking a second to think.
We'll try a different one. There we go.
Hey.
Oh, it's being slow to pull Joe's also. Oh, it showed it for a second. Oh, now it stretches it. Oh, it still looks cute though.
It does still look cute.
Can I try to it? Hmm. Oh well. And you can always do like different sized frames to like force the scaling a certain way. There we go. That one's a little bit stretched, but it's not pixel art, so it doesn't bother me as much. And let's close up the room.
I think it looks good. I like it. It's a fancy room.
Yeah, it's just kind of like random artists that I like.
It's the homies gallery.
Sort of, except I feel like all these things are my homies. That's the cool thing with collecting NFT art is like I feel very connected to most of the artists making it.
That's fair.
I mean, Artifacts
like that.
It's a pretty big organization, so I guess I'm not as like directly connected, although I've done some work with them. Look at that! It's beautiful. Don't even need to change a thing.
You know, it might look really cool if, and you would need to put multiple frames kind of like back to back to back. But if you took like, say the fungi, for example, and you put another frame cross intersecting with it at a 90-degree angle, it would look like, you know, the image itself was like on that. If you lined it up perfectly, you'd be able to see like where it intersected. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It would almost look like the image just continued, but at a 90-degree angle. If that makes any sense.
Wait, where'd the other one go?
You just deleted one of them.
I didn't press delete. At least I didn't think I had.
That rapscallion. Yeah, you're getting there.
Is the pivot off center? Has the pivot always been off center? I didn't even realize. Actually, no, I think that was probably on purpose so it would line up with blocks correctly. That kind of... Yeah, it lines up right there. I don't know why, though. I made this frame. I don't remember why.
I'm sure you had a reason for it at some point.
Kind of mad at myself right now. And if I change it now, it's going to mess up other things.
All of the other things.
Yeah, but I can put it on the floor here and it'll...
Boop. Okay, so not quite what I was. Oh, there you go. That's it right there. So cool.
Probably even do.
Back to back to back. So no matter what angle you're at, you see it. That's a cool centerpiece for a room. Oh my God, what are you doing right now? uh,
His eyes always follow you, no matter where you go.
I think that's really cool.
But are we making new art out of existing art?
I mean, art is a constant evolution. Unless you're talking about the Mona Lisa, and it's like the exact same thing that it's always been. But that's not what we're talking about right here. So yes.
Just as the Mona Lisa does not change, our perceptions of it change.
Ooh. Bert Z says revolving entrance door.
Um,
No, we don't need to make new doors, Alex. No. We can do that in the next experience.
well, the problem is like if you wanted to do it with collision, you would need to connect 4 doors up to each other where they each time you interact it advances it another turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not sure what happens when you get all the way around. Because I feel like it would be like 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
midnight, and it would rotate it all the way back around the way it came instead of keeping on going clockwise. Yeah. Trying to think of a way where it doesn't have to like unravel itself.
That would be nice.
Can we duplicate and then flip? There we go. Unauthorized derivative work going on here. Nobody tell Touche.
Nobody say nothing. Nobody say nothing to nobody.
Snitches.
Remember,
stitches.
There you go. Alex knew exactly where I was going with that. I think if you take the one that's at an angle out of the center of it for all of this work, it might make it all a little easier just to navigate if you want to add it back later.
Now we want it to be difficult to navigate.
Fair enough. You do you, boo-boo.
The point of the art is to be challenged.
Mm.
Wrong door.
It's kind of cool. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. A lot.
So now all of these things. Can get attached. Mm-hmm.
One of them is FUNGUS, and the rest of them are FUNGY, if that matters.
Yep. The fungus is a logic asset.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wait, I have a bad idea. Oh, and it synchronizes. What? What? Oh, you can't rotate bird behaviors. It does weird things to them.
I mean,
I forgot.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it kind of looks like a flapping wing now, I guess. Okay. All right. Like I said, it was a bad idea. We're going to do it a different way.
Oh wow, look at it go.
I was hoping, like, if they all were bird behavior, they would kind of, like, slide in and out of each other, but then it just ended up all weird.
Hmm.
Too much?
Hmm?
There's a question. Too much?
I don't think so.
All right. We're going to leave it as is.
I think let's just leave it now and let's run around
Yeah.
and do more things.
Yeah. I think we'll actually close the show with Panda, I think, because it's already 7:30 for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we could close out soon, that'd be great because I'm starting to get hungry.
That's right. Lucas has not had a snack. Let's see if this will cooperate with me now. Nope. Try this one.
Mhm.
I feel like no, we got a cartoony thing there. Like a cartoony thing on that wall. Need a couple more since the fungi is in the middle now. Oh, it's very stretched. I hate it.
It looks like it's a canister instead of a box.
Right. Not that a canister is a bad idea, it just
No,
I know what it's
it doesn't look
supposed to look
bad, but
like.
you know what it's supposed to look like, so you're probably like, "Roar!"
Yeah. Really, that was fast. What other stuff we got here? Oh, it decided to start working. Okay.
What is that exactly?
It's some art that I collected apparently a long time ago.
Is it that bad face guy or whatever you said earlier?
Voxadeus?
No. Is
Bad
that Voxadeo's
face.
art right there?
No, it's not.
It was like the face and it had a picture, like the skull, and it had like a clear thing going up over the top, and then there was a
The
little
robot.
skull coming out of the mouth.
No, those robots were a generative profile picture thing that I grabbed on a whim. But this guy has like a collection of various artwork called I think
Is it
like
called
the
Cool Guys
Metaverse.
Don't Look at Explosions?
No, no, but some of it was voxel art, and I was like, ooh, I gotta scoop that up. Oh, yeah, we could do a muscled skull. Which one
Maybe a clown car Willie.
We could put a clown car Willie in there.
We have a request. We've had a request for that from Dr. Metaverso a few times.
There we go.
That's called a what now? Muscle face guy? Is that what you said?
Muscled Skulls by it says by Pepperito, but it's somebody actually in the Sandbox community, and my brain is not remembering the name of who that actually is.
Gotcha. I don't know why I can't remember the name of things today. You're like, this is a banana, and I'm like, Tutti Frutti, got it. What?
Oh, OpenSea freaked out for a second.
As it does.
As it does. They've competed in game jams and stuff. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure they did the game that felt like Castlevania. That was a really long time ago, though.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember the name of the group that did that, or the individual that did that.
Yeah. Yeah, but they did all these different like cool skull characters, like these. Just a bunch of different pixel art skulls.
I like it. Why don't you go get that clown car Willie?
Working on it.
You do it now.
OpenSea's like, I don't wanna.
This is like, why don't you come in here and you get it for once? Because I don't feel like doing it right now. Like, what if we could OpenSea, but you kind of locked the door on us. So.
Oh, actually, I've got. So instead of a clown car Willy, which would get squashed by the aspect ratio, how about a classic Steamboat Willies? Which is, oh no, it doesn't work.
We could do more crypto kaiju. I adore that project.
Yeah, actually, I've got older crypto kaiju too.
Pop it in there.
This is one of my very first NFTs.
I like that.
Validate. Please work. And it's connected to a physical. I got 4 years ago.
Do you still have the physical?
Oh yeah. Sitting on a shelf in the other part of my office.
Okay.
With all my other doodads.
Love doodads.
I took a picture of it recently. Let's see if I can find it real quick. I talk too much on Twitter. Here it is. Found it. Oh, it won't retrieve the data.
Ooh.
Just up there with all my odds and ends. Got another crypto kaiju thing back here.
What's that? You actually got the Gurren Lagann like physical novels as well. You didn't just watch the show?
The manga is like the show came out first. I actually haven't read these yet because I'm pretty sure that it's just the plot of the show in manga form. But sometimes they change it a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, it's one of my favorite shows for anime at least. I told you I saw the movie, right?
Yeah.
So they turned season 1 into a movie and they turned season 2 into a movie. And they just re-released them in like 4K and stuff. And they played it in theaters. And I missed the first one, but I got to see the second one. And they even added some new stuff. There was a really funny scene that they inserted in there that nobody had seen before. And they brought all the original voice actors back and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
All right. We need like 3 more pictures. Ones that will actually validate.
And then crypto kaiju stuff's not working.
Nah, it's not. I mean, I could try it again.
No.
Just be like, do it now. But I love it when the artist that hey. Oh wait, nope, never mind. I got excited because I saw a crypto kaiju out of the corner of my eye, but it was the old one. I love it when the artists I collect from make their stuff in a square aspect ratio, so I don't have to switch what frame I'm using. It's convenient. It's the Instagram style. I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah. Probably not.
This one should work. It better work because I have an avatar of this. There we go. Shark Boy Fight Club.
There you go. Very nice.
I bought that because I saw somebody else running around in the sandbox with it, and I was like, "What is that? What is that giant shark head thing?"
Yeah.
That's so excited.
Kind of reminded me of Street Sharks, and I got a little excited the first time I saw one too.
All right. So we got those, and then we need, I think, 3 more will fit. Let's do this. Duplicate. Rotate. Move into place. Somehow they're not on the glass surface though.
Yeah, I was noticing that. Oh, it's through the glass.
There we go. And spacing wise, this is where I did like the halfway split, right?
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it was.
All right. Ooh, I've got my Jadu Ava. Maybe that'll work.
Hmm?
Jadu did the hoverboards, but then they came out with
Oh, yeah.
these things. It's a whole interactive like thing.
Oh, wow.
I almost feel like
It's
this
like
should kind of be its own room because it's got a bunch of different things. Although I think I only have one hoverboard. I don't
it
think I have
looks
enough.
like looks like a
fill all of them.
hollow lady Iron Man.
Yeah, yeah. They're like robot avatars. Kind
I guess Iron Man technically it's his armor, and it is hollow. That's why he can put it on.
Be a little uncomfortable otherwise.
Yeah. If there was like a robo skeleton inside of there, and he's like, scoot over. And it's like, no, I don't wanna.
Oh. Thought I saw a good one, and then I accidentally scrolled too far. Oh wait, will this one work? It'd be cool if this one works. Let's see. Is Day Electronics watching?
He was a little bit ago. D,
Wait,
you still here?
This isn't the one I clicked on. It's cool that it worked, except I don't want it in that square format. No, darn, it doesn't work. I was gonna try to do my Day Electronics coin. Do a Rabbitar instead.
Spoin.
I feel like Spoin needs its own room, or at least its own wall.
That's fair. The Electronics is in a meeting right now, so you're disturbing him. How dare you?
Disturbing. Why are you watching our show while you're in a meeting?
Typical Alex. Alex, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
Ow. Here we go. This should work. This better work. I'm very sad if it doesn't. Yay, it worked. Oh, but it's not square. It still looks okay stretched.
It still looks really good stretched.
That's by Lozen.
It still looks really good. I don't like it.
All right, so we got a mix of like fans of the show, coworker friends, couple random people from around the community or artists that I found. This is an eclectic room. It's not super highly curated. Well, it is curated. Oh, that's floating. It's curated based on what OpenSea will validate on Sandbox for me to post. So, there we go. I think the number of things that are compatible will increase over time. Oh, what? 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 Oh, there. And it slid over too. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah!
What happened?
My spacing got messed up. So it'll be okay.
And now...
There we go. All right. So, while we go look for somebody to raid, we're going to play Panda's video. I think I got the audio. I just bit my tongue. I think I got the audio.
Again?
Again? Oh, that was a joke earlier.
Oh.
This time I literally bit my tongue. Oh, we got to name the gallery. Friends collection. I feel like I'll probably change some of the things in here to be like people I've actually had conversations with, because I've never actually talked to anybody from this team. I just liked the shark, and I was like, must have checkers, shirt, shark. I think everybody else in here I don't know. I don't really remember this one. I bought this one a long time ago, and then it was like hanging out on Rareable or Looks Rare or something. And I was like, or known, I think Known Origin maybe. And I forgot that I had it. And then I was just like looking through, and it's like, oh, I own artwork on this platform. I didn't remember getting that. Which is unusual for me, because I have a pretty good memory for like where things came from, and I'm just like, I really don't recall. I
don't know when this happened.
I think I was new to the platform, and they were fairly inexpensive pieces, and so I just kind of aped in, and then never used the platform again. So I forgot about them for the longest time, because they don't show up on OpenSea until you like withdraw them to that wallet.
Physically input them.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they're kind of like, they exist on that platform, so you actually have to like pull them out of that platform onto ETH mainnet, kind of. Anyway, yeah. So
I got a raid to go or to do.
Let's play that video, and we'll say bye at the end.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Come listen to the news with Panda for a second. She works hard on these.
Hello and welcome to the News of the Week, where we bring you all the latest news, events and contests happening within Sandbox, as well as mentions of the week. So to kick off our news of the week, we have some events happening. We have the Shintaeyong event happening, Space Invaders in Shibuya 109, Universe Season 2 event, Entanglement Treasure Hunt, and Path of Legend. Let's start with the Shintaeyong that has a 50k sand prize for the avatar owners. So if you own a Shintaeyong avatar, then 50k prize pool is up for grabs. The event ends on February 20th. The Space Invaders Shibuya 109 land event happening, 10k prize pool for avatar owners and 5k prize pool for Shibuya NFT owners. You can click on both of these links here. It will take you to the pages where you can purchase those if you wish to be eligible. Universe Season 2 event ends on February 22nd. It is open to all players with a prize pool of 10k sand. Next up is Entanglement Treasure Hunt. Now, this has an amazing prize pool of 1 million sand. However, it is only for the winners of the treasure hunt, and you can see more information clicking here. And these rewards are provided and distributed by Endzone. So these are not being provided by the Sandbox, but obviously the Sandbox are showing it as an event. Then we have Path of the Legend. There is a 100k sand prize pool open to everyone, and this ends on February the 26th. So registrations for the Go Game Jam have just closed. If you are interested in participating in game jams, then please make sure to constantly check those event pages and register so you can be able to take part within these contests. The award ceremony for Year's End Game Jam should be happening this Saturday. If it is past this Saturday, then it should have already happened. And you can go check out the re-upload over on YouTube. Otherwise, make sure to tune in on Saturday, the 10th of February. Other things happening is we do have the Blast Heads. You can go mint a Blast Head avatar right now. And new is the gas fees are now on the Sandbox. There are no gas fees for minting an avatar. If you haven't already, make sure to check out Game Maker 0.9. Loads of new features have come out, as well as numerous different educational streams that we are having over on the Sandbox, showcasing how you can use all of the new features to create amazing experiences within the Sandbox. Let's now move on to the mentions of the week. Our first mention of the week goes to Sir Alekin for their Big Head Sebastian equipment piece up on the marketplace for 49 sand. There is only one available to purchase right now. So we have this amazing dragon made by BW Deuce. I hope I said that name correct. They have created this fantastic dragon within VoxEdit. The detail, texturing, just everything about it is just absolutely superb and stunning. And I always want to make sure that we do highlight some of our amazing artists within the mention of the week. Next up, I do want to highlight Rex Roach with their Roach Uprising collection that is in the marketplace right now. Absolutely stunning. I love these. They're so well made, so detailed. So here are their assets up for sale, all varying prices. Now for our experience of the week goes to Nera Cliffs, made by Leaper. So definitely go check this experience out. It is just so amazingly beautiful. It's such a beautiful experience to be inside of. Definitely do go check that out. So thank you guys for joining me for the news of the week. Now back to your regular scheduled content.
Hey, we're back for a minute. Thanks, Panda, for putting that together. That last experience you pointed out is really super awesome. Not just is it beautiful, but it's got a really like deep lore to it, a cool narrative. Even like, I don't know, you could see it for just like a second on our screen as you like walk up to some of those wall murals. They stacked the messages that I'm not entirely sure how they did it. It's like it looked kind of like speech bubbles, but they didn't have the blocks around them. So I'm not entirely sure what they did to make it look like that. But as you walk close to the wall, it like actually scrolls out each section, and the closer you walk, like another line appears beneath it. It's really cool the way it tells the narrative. Yeah, it's really, really super neat. And has some fun, creative, like kind of puzzle solving platforming. Not too hard. Like I ran through it pretty quickly, but at the end it did have some pretty challenging puzzles that were actually pretty fun to do. So maybe like 45 minutes to an hour long, depending on how fast you run through games like that. But just a really great experience, and you can tell a really super dedicated team as far as like art direction, storytelling went. I really am excited to see what else they do. So check out that last game for sure, and all the other stuff Panda said, but especially the last one. All right, we're ready to raid. Who are we raiding, Lucas? Who are we sending everybody
Play game for fun. We're coming in hot.
All right, have fun. We'll see you on Saturday for the game jam.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for stopping by.